Okay, so this is the new King James version that I'm reading this time. Proverbs 12:4. An excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who causes shame is like rottenness to his bones. Fellas, understand that you cannot compare one woman to the other. Don't do that. Don't do it because we all are different. And one woman's strength or whatever the case may be different from another. And when God brings your ordained wife to you in your midst, and it's time for you to find her and get her and marry her and make her your wife and all of that. Everything that flows, everything that flows is going to be like that sustenance that you need. And you're not going to even need to think about comparing her to another woman, to what this woman did in this way, or whatever the case may be, because we're all different. And if God brought her to you, there is a reason. And God's will for our marriages is very oftentimes different from what we think and believe the purpose of our marriage is to be. Now, it may be some things that come as, I guess you could say, the icing on the cake that are our desires. But, God's thoughts are not our thoughts, and his ways are not our ways. So in your mind, you could have it made up like, this is the kind of woman that I'm supposed to be with, and this is the woman I'm supposed to be with, and da-da-da. And because of choice and free will, things happen, and sometimes, the grace is long, and sometimes the grace is short. But God's will always be done. It will always be done. So the best thing to do is to just pump your brakes and let him move and let him do, and release your thoughts and your ideations of what you think something should be. And ladies, I'm talking to us too. I said fellas at this point, but ladies, I'm still talking to us too. Because trust me, I thought I was supposed to have a thug that loved God. That's just, I wanted a street cat that loved God. He had to love God, but I wanted that, blessed God. And then I had to say, Lord, your will be done. And it's often, I don't want to say scary. It's just a different experience to be able to really say that, because you don't know what you're really asking for, walking into. But you just gotta trust and know that whatever he does and however he does it, he always has the best in mind. He has the best in mind. He is our Father. He'll never steer us wrong. And he will always make what hurt us, work for our good. Yeah, I understand truly your pain will push you into purpose. And that purpose being his will. Even in marriage and union and covenant. Because we have to be in covenant with him first. Yeah. So next week, week 4, the last week of adding value. It looked like my eyes crossed up. Blessed Jesus. It's be the encouraging contributor. Be the encouraging contributor to his betterment, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And fellas, allow that to be. Allow that. Quit being afraid of the very thing that you ask for and just allow it to happen. Quit being afraid of the very thing that you ask for and just allow it to happen. If God brought her to you, you have to be vulnerable with her. Yeah? Yeah. So this has been Marriage Talk Monday. Kingdom marriage. What's the purpose? Blessed God. And we know ultimately the purpose is God's will being done in our unions. Blessed Jesus. So I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. I'm not going to speak on September right now, but next week, week 4, be the encouraging contributor to his betterment, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I will catch you guys then. Be blessed and have an awesome rest of your Monday. All right, I'm Brandy. Be blessed.